Welcome to C-Suite Middle East. I'm your host, Shane Phillips. And on this episode, we'll be talking to the Chief Executive Officer of Nakheel, Mr. Sanjay Manchanda. Sanjay, I think when you look at the American model, they're very pro create a strong vision, compelling vision. As you move into certain other geographies, they feel if you're too myopic, you lose your peripheral vision, and it can actually hurt you if you're too focused in one area. How should the CEO approach creating a vision? How important is it?
I think in today's world where we are living, there is so much of uncertainty that I don't think so that you can come up with a vision and strategy, which is, one could say, is the only way, and your vision is the only vision which can be carried through. My view on this subject has been that as long as you are flexible and you are nimble enough to change with the change around you, the timings, the circumstances, the environment, your strategy will start to unfold. At the end of the day, I think whatever we do it for a purpose. Some do for brand building. Some do, for example, entering into new markets. And some, in my situation, in the case of Nakheel, was to make sure that we can rebuild the business back from where it was. So the strategy obviously was dictated by a few of the circumstances which are very much laid out to say we have our priorities cut out and we must focus on those priorities before we look at beyond those priorities. But as events unfold, markets respond, some of the other circumstances which are beyond your control, you come and see, and you will start responding to that. So in our case, for example, we were the first company in the Dubai real estate when in 2011, end of 2011, we launched a new project on Palm Jumeirah because we thought the time has come. We see a lot of appetite, a lot of people wanting to invest in Dubai, and that's when we would say the upturn of the real estate market took place. And 11, 12, 13, up to until 14, I think there was a good run. And then again, it stabilized and again became an issue of market demand and supply. For us, or for any leader, I think vision is very important to tie up with what the stakeholders want. What is that everybody is looking to gain from the vision. And then around that vision, you build your strategy. For us, it was to make sure the business is brought back, it's sustainable and it's long term, and make sure that we don't repeat the same mistakes, so as to speak, which may have been committed in the previous period, and build the business, making sure that we can mitigate those risks which we encountered in our previous life.
What do you see as the winning strategy for real estate companies based in the UAE over the next 5 years?
I think the winning strategy would be the one who would be listening to the market demand factors, not completely ignore what the market wants, and make sure that you have a fairly diversified portfolio, because any lopsided portfolio or any lopsided business model is not going to pay any dividends in the longer run. But if you are, as they say, diversified your risk, particularly in our case, Nakheel, which is only operating in Dubai, it becomes all the more challenging. Because what happens in Dubai, then we have to balance that out. But hopefully, we have diversified into a number of verticals within the real estate sector to make sure that we are sufficiently insulated from the great risks which various verticals see or will foresee with the changing market dynamics.
So when you're talking, you're diversifying into, say, recurring revenue streams plus greenfield development, but you're not going to go as diversified as getting out of real estate. Say, some brands are going into healthcare or other defensive sectors.
Well, I think we again watch this space very carefully, depending upon how you see it. If you see, like we got into the hospitality sector, saying considering the fact that we are very good at building as a developer, we have good locations. So what if we change the asset class from being residential to hospitality? The same could also happen from a medical point of view, which you've raised, saying that what if we put up a healthcare facility, because we can set up the building but bring in expertise to do the healthcare. There's a lot of discussion or talk going upon why are we not building, let's say, education or schools and all of that. With the landscape as we see, we believe that there are many other players who are better than us, rather than just jump into anything and everything which comes your way. So every time an opportunity is presented to us from a sectoral point of view, we view it, review it, do our feasibility, do our market soundings, and then only we take the step towards that.
Well, thank you, Sanjay, for showing your insights on vision and strategy with us.